So you like say who you are and then like the studio you work at and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm Tony Burkhart here at Blacklight Productions, producer, engineer.
Yeah. So like and then like one question I could ask you is like how do you feel about like the session today that you had like with Smoke J basically?
Yeah, we got a ton in today. Got 4 songs in the works, 2 of them done, 2 of them on the way. Still need to finish the mixing on them, but great vibes, great diversity in the types of sound. We got some like street bangers, club song, some vibey 2 a.m. windows down type music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then
fun
like
session.
that yeah. So like for the second question I asked, like if you can remember back to when we first recorded, like whenever you first recorded me, like what are some like experience or something that you learned or like that stood out about me basically?
Yeah, well, so I would say you're, for one, like your physical way of recording, like you like to sit and be like in a kind of a chill, and you have like a chill vibe even on the harder songs. Like you have kind of like a softer, chill voice. You're not like amped up. And so it's like I feel like the way you literally like physically structure the way that you approach it lends to that well. And yeah, it's like there's I've seen a big progression like from the first recording session to now. You came in, you were talented, but like I feel like as you go, you're getting more and more defined on like what your specific sound is. And even though you're, like I said, like bouncing around different genres, stuff like that, it's like you're finding like a consistency in your approach to the songs.
So then like for the last one I asked like what artist like kind of reminds of like the styles that he be doing like that I be doing basically. Cause I was trying to do this in like third person, but like it's gonna be in like first regardless.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
But like that's why I was like looking over here and shit. Like, to look. Like I was like Vlad TV or some shit.
Yeah.
But so yeah, then like what artist do you think remind like of me? Like it's sort of like different genres or whatever because like try to do this, I do try to like do it in different genres and try to like perfect my craft. Cause one of my greatest friends, he told me like, I feel like you should like find your sound and everything like that. So when I started coming up here, actually like in January, and I like actually like found like my voice in the mic really. So like, what artists do you think were like kind of similar?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hear some Drake. Especially on like some of the more like in the fields type of stuff. Man, I don't know a lot of the like more like raw rappers that are like I don't know a lot of the names. I know the sound for sure, but none of the names are coming specifically in mind. But like I definitely hear you kind of like fitting in that world on some of the songs and styles. But you got like a smoothness, to the vocals and so. Man, I'm trying to think of.
I'll be trying to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, I came up more like the majority of the artists that I've followed really closely are like, I was like super into music, like starting out with all this in like early 2000s all the way through like, I'd say till like 2020. That's like kind of so that 20-year span is like the artist I'm most familiar with. So. Yeah, so like I'm trying to think. I mean, in that realm, it's like, man, it varies so much from song to song. But
one of my friends that I told you that I recorded with back at school, he even said like, I don't think you really sound like somebody really, cause like that's like good to say, but like, cause like I used to when I first started, I used to try to like mimic like people like fucking Baby Smooth or Baby Smooth, Sofago and shit like that. Like, I used to like bounce back and forth, like Lil Tecca, and then go down to like some other like dark rap, and then like ESTG or something like that, a Lil Durk and shit like that. So like that's kind of like
I was about to say Lil Durk, like especially on the more like street type stuff, the more rapping type stuff. Yeah. But But yeah, you do. You have a unique sound. It's like it could fit on a playlist with any of those guys, but you know, it stands out at the same time because it's a little different.
Oh yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.